Hi Virgo, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your December Tarotscope. So I'm calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. And we're talking to Virgo Collective, anyone with Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in Virgo. Hi Virgo. Let's see. What is going on, Virgo? December 2020. All right. So, this is what I'm seeing, Virgo. First of all, the big picture is talking about inevitable change. Inevitable, blow you out of the water change, though it's like you're having time to plan for it. So there's something that you know that is inevitable, that is going to change. This is not always a bad thing, by the way, this Tower card. Winning the lottery is an awesome thing, and that is a big blow you out of the water change, just saying. So there's some kind of change that's going to be occurring that's taken a long time, but it's inevitable and it's going to happen. You know, this is the third reading that I've done today, and I've used 3 different decks for each reading, and each reading has had the Hierophant reversed in the trajectory, no, in the happening now and into the near future, which is just fascinating to me. So there is a collective consciousness thing happening. There's some isolation happening, which, I mean, we're isolated a lot more than we have been in the past, right? Just because of everything that's going on. But there is some kind of going into healthy self-reflection and there's some depression that's a possibility, but there's also this feeling of being alone. I want to ask why you're doing this. And this does feel like you're going into this isolation in order to work on some things, to work on yourself, and to get really, really clear with what it is that you want to do with your actions. So this isolation is not necessarily a bad thing either, but watch some depression. Just be careful with that. And the depression, I feel like it can come because of the way that you're thinking about things. So if you're listening to some really sad music and watching, murder shows, like, just watch what you're doing. Be action oriented and keeping your spirits up. There's definitely some stuff too that's going on though with your advice. Your advice is saying, when you're doing some shadow work, as always, shadow work is great. Shadow light work, that's what I like to call it. Find your light in your shadow. Don't over process and process and process and process until you're processing, but you already know what it is that is coming up that needs to be released, or that's coming up, and you're an expert at it already, but you keep processing it. Stop it. You don't need to. Use your light then afterwards, after you know what it is. But your advice is talking about get it up and out. This is so gross, guys. Why? I'm going to say this out loud because this is what I'm seeing. It's like coughing something up. Get it out. That's how I'll say that. That's where I'll leave it. Okay. So, Virgo, there's something having to do in the heart of the situation with deceitfulness, conniving, deception. And you're like, I'm still standing. On one hand, this could be holding on to a secret. This could be holding on to it. Holding on to someone else's secret, holding on to your secret. That is cancerous. That will eat you alive. So don't do that. That's definitely advice saying get that out of there. But this is also talking about, I've been dealing with deception. I've been enduring it. So keep that in mind. The heart of the situation is that I've been enduring some kind of deception, holding on to it, but I'm still standing. I'm still here. That is really heavy in the heart. And the heart, I'm feeling the heaviness in the heart. The heart is the manifesting magnet. if you are holding on to that in your identity space, in your heart space, this is affecting your manifesting. So if you are manifesting this big change, it wouldn't surprise me that it's taking a while since you're needing to release something that you've been holding on to, something that's heavy. All right. Coming from a place of feeling like you don't have your grounding, don't have your footing, don't have your divine right relationship with the universe or life or with a person or with a place, your house. It's like coming from a place where you're not connecting the way that you want to connect. Your higher self is also talking about your identity space, your manifesting space, and this space not being fully charged. So there's a worthiness thing going on here, a worthiness issue. I want to ask, and yeah, it's how you're talking to yourself. It's how you're speaking to yourself. I can feel your throat chakra talking here. Worthiness issue. There's definitely a program that you are saying over and over to yourself, and it might be something like, I don't deserve this, or I'm not worth this, but it might be something as easy as, okay, yesterday I said this out loud, the universe is a friendly place. I don't feel like you might be saying that to yourself, that the universe is a friendly place. And maybe switching that up and changing that around so the universe is working with me and for me at all times. The universe is a friendly place. The universe has my back, kind of thing. Ooh, and that reminds me of Gabby Bernstein's The Universe Has Your Back stuff. You might want to look into that because that just came up. But that's great stuff. What is the program? The program has something to do with you not being emotionally satisfied. I can't be emotionally satisfied. I won't be emotionally satisfied. Things have worked against me emotionally. Nobody's out for my greatest good. It's like that type of programming. Be very, very conscious of that and hawk it up. Okay? Your angels and guides are talking about you not doing the self-care that you need to do. And I feel like more so this is around self-speak. Let me ask. It's about making a decision, very specific decision about where you're putting your energy. You're putting your energy, you're focusing your energy on something that's not serving you or not helping you. And it's just like if we focus our energy on the things that we don't want rather than the things that we do want, what we focus our energy on is what is going to grow. So this is very specifically, and I'm feeling your throat chakra so strongly. This is something that you've been saying out loud. If you have been saying something out loud that is not awesome, stop saying it. And it could be true. It could be true. It could be true from the past. It could be true because you've experienced it. And now it's time to reframe it and say something different. Okay. Release the idea that you are not able to change your communication pattern with yourself. Love that. You can absolutely change it. There's some kind of resistance to opening the door to that, though. Why? You know what, Virgo? I needed to say that earlier about the Hermit, but what that actual card was the Hierophant. So that message needed to come out, but the Hermit has just come out, and the reason why you're not opening the door is because you're reflecting on what it is that your worth is. I want to come back around and circle back around to this Hierophant, which is happening now and into the near future. You're doing things the way that you want to do them. You're changing things up so that it's how you want to do it. This does also have to do with your connection to higher self and revisiting how you're connecting with your higher self. Are you giving your angels and guides more clout than your higher self, your truth? They work with you and they help you, but they don't really know more than you. They're assisting you to connect. So keep that in mind. You basically, what I'm saying is that you are a powerful being. Know that and ask for their assistance, but really, your connection with your higher self is even maybe more important than your connection with your guides. Okay. That's really funny. That collective message. Okay. Past, present, future. In the past, you've been left to your own devices. You've had to do things on your own. That's not good. That's not bad. That is just what it is. This is also saying when I was doing it on my own, I wasn't totally feeling like I had the power of the universe at my beck and call. And that makes a lot of sense with all the programming that's been going on. Happening now, present time. This is talking about past life situations. Like this whole emotional program that says I cannot be true to myself, I cannot be faithful to myself. That's what I'm hearing. But I'm also hearing this, I cannot get what I want emotionally. This is you know what? I feel like somebody, I'm using this word curse, hex kind of thing. I'm using that word with a grain of salt. So just take it that way. But it feels like something that happened in a past life and it kind of plagued you psychologically. Like those only work if you really align with them and believe in them. But it's some kind of programming, let's call it, that someone sent in your direction and you had a docking station for it and you received it and you brought it into your field as truth. And in this life, you are trying to get it out of your field. So here is the fairy tale card. This is your trajectory. You have the fairy tale card in your trajectory. You have divine timing and the universe having your back in your trajectory. I love that. I love that, Virgo. Let's ask the Magpie Oracle, what else is going on in your trajectory for the rest of December? Oh, snap. You have a little pig with wings when pigs fly. If that is not dreams coming true and things coming true that you are like, that is the most bizarre, outlandish thing I could possibly ask for, and I just got it. Divine timing, fairy tale card, when pigs fly. Awesome. I also want to ask the Oracle, what angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light do you want Virgo to know for the rest of this month? Wow. Completion. Something is coming full circle. Something is coming into completion. That wheel of fortune is turning. I want to ask for another. Completion. I love it. And, the staff. The staff is all about power. You aligning with your power. That is really beautiful. This is not a giraffe, but I looked at it and saw a giraffe. And there's some elegance about giraffes. And I feel like that wanted to come in. There's this change with starting something new. There's an elegance in this power. It's almost like you finally win, but you don't gloat. Or you have that opportunity to take that energy and instead of gloating, like, well, I even hear power sourcing, like projecting that energy to creating more for yourself. Really love that. Love that, Virgo. Thank you so much for being with me today. Let me know how that resonated with you, and I will get to your mid-month love reading here soon. Thanks for your patience with the recordings this month, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Bye, Virgo.